Well, today we're opening up the tactical guide for not just surviving, but actually winning that daily office war. Let's get into it.
You know that feeling? It's what leadership experts call the fog of office war. It's when your calendar, your inbox, and your Slack notifications are all screaming at you at the exact same time. A project just blew up, one of your team members is upset, and, oh great, your boss just dropped a request with urgent in all caps. Your first instinct? To panic, to react. But honestly, that's the fastest way to lose. Because just reacting to everything that comes your way, well, that's a trap. It leads to burnout, it leads to bad decisions. So the real question for you is this: how do you stop just fighting the chaos and start commanding it? How do you become the source of clarity when everyone else seems totally lost in that fog? The answer isn't a random list of tips you'll forget by lunch. It's a framework. It's a mental playbook that gives you back control when everything feels like it's spinning out. And this right here, this is the core idea. Real command, real leadership, it isn't about running around putting out every single fire. It's about securing your perimeter. And as you can see, it all starts right there in the center, with you. Because, let's be honest, you can't lead a team through a storm if you haven't figured out how to calm your own waters first. So here's how we're going to build this out. We're going to use 3 expanding rings of command. We'll start at the very core with self-mastery. Then we'll move outward to interpersonal tactics for dealing with others. And finally, we'll expand to the outer ring, structural leadership, which is all about stabilizing your entire team. Okay, ring 1, self-mastery. This is your foundation. I really can't stress this enough. Everything else we're about to talk about is built right on top of this. If this ring cracks, the whole structure just falls apart. Think of this as the reaction trap. A crisis hits, and your emotional brain just lights up, ready to take over. The first, most important rule of self-mastery is to just pause. Hit the brakes on that emotional override. Take a deep breath. Step away from the keyboard for a second. The goal isn't to solve everything in that moment. It's just to get back to your strategic baseline, where your logical brain is back in the driver's seat. And that brings us to the power of one. We all tell ourselves we're great multitaskers, but it's a total myth. We're just switching between tasks, poorly. The real strategic move? Pick one, and I mean only one, mission for the next 2 hours. Close all the other tabs, silence the notifications. For 120 minutes, you are dedicated to that single thing. That's how you actually slice through the noise and make real progress. And here is a super simple, practical habit to help you with that focus: the daily workspace reset. Seriously, before you log off for the day, just take 5 minutes to clear your physical desk. Why? Because a cluttered desk leads to a cluttered mind. You're basically setting up your future self for success, ensuring you start tomorrow's mission with 0 friction. Clean space, clean start. All right, so you've got your own foundation secure. Now we can expand outward to ring 2, interpersonal tactics. This is all about how you strategically manage your interactions with everyone, your colleagues, your direct reports, even your own boss. Here's a tactic you can literally use today. Let's call it the email cool-off protocol. Imagine a colleague sends you a passive-aggressive email and copies your boss. You can feel your blood start to boil. Your fingers are itching to type back a fiery response. Stop. Just stop. At that moment, you're compromised. Here's what you do. Open a blank doc. Write that angry draft. Get it all out. Then, and this is the key, walk away for 60 minutes. When you come back, the emotional heat is gone, and you can write a response that actually solves the problem instead of starting an all-out war. Now this is a powerful mental shift. The balcony perspective. Most people are stuck down on the dance floor, caught up in the immediate drama. The strategic leader learns how to mentally pull back and get up on a balcony overlooking the whole scene. From up there, you're not just a player in the game, you're an observer. You can see the patterns, you see the real motives, you see the entire chessboard down below. This next technique, it's an absolute game changer for handling tough conversations. When someone gives you feedback that's wrapped in an insult, your first instinct is to get defensive. Don't. Instead, I want you to think like a scientist. Your job is to strip away all the emotional noise, all the drama, until you're left with just one thing: the raw data at the center of the mess. So let's put that into practice. Someone yells, "Your report is a complete mess and you clearly have no idea what you're doing." That's not an insult anymore. That is just problem data. And the data is, the report is being perceived as unclear. See? Now you have a problem you can solve instead of a fight you have to win. Solve the data, ignore the drama. And this leads us right into meetings. We've all been in a meeting with that person. The one who talks the most, the loudest, and just dominates the whole conversation. But here's the thing you need to remember.
Volume is almost never a sign of a good strategy. In fact, it's usually the opposite.
Look at the two paths here. The reactionary manager just gets into a fight arguing no, which goes nowhere. It's a stalemate. But the strategic master completely shifts the dynamic with one simple word: why. You stop defending your position and you start investigating theirs. Help me understand why you think this is the best approach. Can you walk me through your logic on that? Suddenly, you're forcing them to justify their position, and a lot of times, the weak spots just reveal themselves. You've taken control of the room without ever having to raise your voice.
Okay, let's zoom out to our final and biggest ring. Ring 3, structural leadership. You've mastered yourself, you've mastered your interactions, and now it's time to become the source of stability for your entire team.
A really crucial skill here is providing upward stability. Picture this: your boss comes to you in a full-blown panic about something. Their stress is a tangled mess. Your job isn't to catch their panic like it's a virus, it's to be their filter. You take in all that chaotic energy and you hand them back a structured, logical output. Okay, I see the problem. Here are 3 clear options we have. You instantly become their indispensable partner in clarity.
And this really is your ultimate role, to be the anchor leader. Your team is always looking to you for cues, whether you realize it or not. When you are calm under pressure, you give them permission to be calm too. Your personal stability becomes the foundation that holds the entire team up. Your job is to hold the line.
So let's bring all this together. What does winning in the chaos of the modern office actually look like?
It looks like this: a shield. The counterbalance strategy is built from those 3 rings we talked about. Right at the core, you have your personal clarity. That's ring 1. The next layer is your tactical communication. That's ring 2. And the outer layer, protecting everything, is your leadership stability. Ring 3. This is how you don't just survive the chaos, you actually master it. You win by keeping your head when everyone around you is losing theirs.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. The office is a constant battle between signal and noise. Every single day, you are going to be bombarded with chaos, with confusion, with complexity. The question isn't whether the noise is coming. It's coming. The real question is, will you be overwhelmed by it, or will you choose to be the one who provides the clear, strategic signal?